Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Worshipful Wednesday. It's that day, it's that time. We're right at the middle of the week where we lift our hands and say, God, I worship you. I praise your holy name for all the wonderful things you have been doing, not just in my life, but in the life of all of your children all over. We thank God for moments that he gives us to celebrate and moments that we have to say, God, I thank you for being able to be in this land that we call the United States of America. Let's look and see what God has for us in his word. In the Gospel according to St. John, the 7th chapter, verses 1 through 9, this is a very powerful story that we hear about Jesus and those who are close to him. The story finds itself that it is now the Festival of Shelters, or the Festival of Booths. It is when Jesus has traveled from Galilee, and now there's a place that they are trying not to go. Jesus has made it in his sights not to go into Judea, because he knew that Judea, they would try to force him into something. Jesus knew it wasn't his time. It's always important to know that timing is everything. Even though Jesus was with his disciples, there was a great festival going on. Jesus decides that I'm not going this time because I want to make sure that I'm always in the Father's will. You know, I need to just pause for a moment right there to talk about timing. You know, timing is one of the most critical factors in all of our lives. You know, timing causes a lot of things to happen, and it causes a lot of things not to happen. Bad timing can be an accident. Bad timing can be an airplane crash. Bad timing could be so many devastating things. But being in God's time can be a wonderful thing. Great timing allows us to have people in our lives that we need to meet at the right place and time. Good timing allows us to know that God is speaking about this situation or that situation. So now it's a Jewish festival, but Jesus says, it's not my time. He tells his brothers and all of those that were around him, leave and you all go to Judea. I'm not going. You have a great time there. I'm going to spend my time where I am right now. They said, well, Jesus, if you come with us, maybe you can do more miracles so that everybody can see. But Jesus passes that by. You know, all the time we must remind ourselves that Jesus does what the Father has for him to do, not what those who are around him are trying to coerce him to do. You know, in all of our lives, we must remind ourselves timing is everything. God wants us to make sure that we hear his voice. We go where he would have us to go. Jesus become the supreme model for all of us to follow. On this Worshipful Wednesday, make sure that we're following Jesus. The text says that if you go there, you'll be famous, and the whole world will know you, and you can let them see and know who you are. Jesus says, it's not my time yet. I am so happy that Jesus was fully God and fully man at the same time. He knew that it wasn't his time. He knew he didn't need that kind of exposure. You know, sometimes in our lives, we give ourselves more exposure to things than what we really need, because if we do, it might hurt us, not help us. Jesus knew the importance of pausing. He knew the importance of saying, it's not my time yet, and I am not going to force it. Wouldn't it be awesome if all of us learned not to force things, but to just let God flow in us and flow in the times that we're in? If we had an open ear and if we had an open heart, we can hear exactly what God would have us to say. Jesus says, it's not the right time for me to go there. I will go, but it's not now. This begins to help all of us to see that when Jesus returns to Galilee, he is there. His disciples are gone someplace else because they're doing what they need to do, and he's doing what he needs to do. It's so important for all of us to remember God has something special for all of us to do. And it's all about God's timing, not our own. I hope you can say, Father, I have found my right timing in you, and I'm going to flow as you would have me to flow, because I want to serve you and I want to do what brings you glory. May God bless you. May heaven smile upon you, and I'll see you on tomorrow.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.